Jake, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit. Oh, Jake, you suck.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. What's up, guys? How are you doing? Guys, Jake and Josh are not funny. The first show of the year is February 20th, a Thursday night at Pine Box Rock Shop. I believe it starts at 8 o'clock, but I can't remember that well. I think it does, though. So just show up on Thursday, February 20th to Pine Box Rock Shop. Sorry, I had a little bit of a stroke right there. Pine Box Rock Shop in Brooklyn, New York, and have a great old time with some amazing comedians. Me, Josh Nasser, and the other fucking sick brolos yet to be announced. But it's going to be a good time. Come on down, February 20th, Thursday. Pine Box Rock Shop. Okay, dude. Also, Real Super Mario is still on the YouTube. Check it out on Jake Letizia YouTube channel. It's fucking good, dude. It's fucking fun. You'll like it a lot. Go check it out. I'm also going to be releasing clips of it. So I'm going to kind of be making, cutting it into episodes or clips is what I'm going to call them. Just in case, you watched a little bit of it and was like, this is funny, but it's 40 minutes. Or if you're like, hey, I just want to rewatch one of my favorite parts, the clips will be there for you. Or if you're just like, hey, I want to share this with somebody, but I don't want to share a 40-minute video because then they'll think I'm a psychopath, you can share these shorter clips, man. They're going to be anywhere from 3 minutes to 7 minutes. And yeah, so if not a reason to share it, maybe a reason to watch it another time. Who knows? But anyway, all right, guys, all that housekeeping aside, let's get into the podcast, okay? I got so much shit to talk about. I got a fucking multitude of garbage. What's first? I don't know. Dude, I went to Chicago. Visited my good friend, Patrick. Just a swell, beautiful boy. He's got 2 new cats that he rescued that are one of them is pretty chill and the other isn't. No, they're both cool. They're both cool cats. One of them just scurries and runs away. I had a great time in Chicago. I love that he put me up there. But, dude, it was complicated with the kitten situation, okay? I don't like... Listen. I like animals, right? I like animals. But when you stay with somebody and then they give you specifics on their animals of what to and not to do, I get fucking stressed out, okay? Like, so they didn't tell me this. First of all, listen, I love these guys. They're great. Thank you for letting me stay with you, and I hope to do it in the future, and you're one of my close fucking friends. But at the same time, dude, inform me that the cat is in the bathroom all night before I go to the bathroom. Maybe they did tell me this, but I didn't recollect it ever happening. But what they've been doing with these 2 cats, because they have to get them used to each other, I didn't know this, all right? I took care of somebody's cat for a couple months. It was a great time. I fought the thing a lot, but it was still fun and a cute little fucking kitty. But I don't know anything about bringing up cats or how to socialize them or anything like that. All right? So my friend tells me he has 2 cats. I go, oh, that's dope. And then he goes, yeah, they haven't met each other yet. And I go, what the fuck are you talking about? And apparently it's a normal thing if you get 2 cats, I guess especially 2 cats who you adopted who are both from separate homes. Is that part of it? I don't know. I just made up that second part. But apparently 2 cats, you're supposed to separate them and then slowly bring them together to socialize them better. I guess that makes sense because cats are vicious beings that like to swat each other's fucking mouths. But, so he's been doing that, right? So I guess they had them meet recently and it went pretty good, right? But they've been sometimes brawling it out. Sometimes one of the cats, I think Wesley, just straight up fucking attacks the other cat out of nowhere. I think the other cat's name is Gabrielle. So once in a while, Wesley goes, "Hey, Gabrielle, fuck off," and attacks her, which isn't cool, right? And I would like to help avoid that from happening, but I didn't know the particular protocol that was going on, right? So apparently what they've been doing is they have one cat in the bathroom all night so that the other cat doesn't, so that they have Gabrielle in the bathroom so that Wesley doesn't attack her. But then I think Gabrielle also, listen, they're cats, dude. Either one's going to start the fucking fight, okay? Cats always have a bone to pick, even though they're not dogs, no pun intended, but also kind of intended. All cats want to fuck each other up. I don't know why. They want to fuck up their owners. They like fucking shit up. They're weird. They're predators, I guess. They're domesticated predators, but they still got that fucking, they see a mouse, they devour it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, none of this matters. What I'm saying is, one of the nights I go to the bathroom, right? And this cat is inside the bathroom. I have no idea the reason why. I just think the cat sleeps in the bathroom. Do I think it's weird? Of course. Do I sit down and just take a shit anyway? Yeah. I kept doing this thing over the weekend. I think it's because I was just eating all deep dish and fucking fried cheeses. But I would wake up in the middle of the night just nauseous, just so fucking, like I really needed to puke. I didn't puke, but I felt so deep in my gut that my system needed to be purged. I think it was a combination of eating deep fried foods the whole goddamn time, but also I was sleeping on an air mattress that was like losing air slowly throughout the night. So it would be a firm, perfect mattress when I started sleeping. And then by the morning, I would be literally like a couple inches from the ground, just sunk in. It'd be like the fucking, basically I was Johnny Depp in Friday the 13th, just getting sucked, or A Nightmare on Elm Street, just getting sucked deeper and deeper into the fucking, I didn't shoot out with an explosion of blood, but I just fucking anyway, so that kept happening. So I think what was happening was I was getting nauseous maybe through that because my body's not used to moving downwards into a mattress as I'm sleeping. Again, thank you for keeping me in the house. I'm not complaining. It was a great setup. I loved it. It was awesome. Also, it's my fault because I was very adamant about, like, I'm taking the air mattress. Like, one of my friends was like, I'll take the air mattress. Like, and then I was like, no, I'm going to take it. Like, I really wanted the better option, and then it ended up biting me in the fucking ass. So, you know what? It's on me, dude. My other two friends got to sleep on things that stayed their same shape throughout the entire night. So that goes to show you, man, don't always go for the best thing, okay? Sometimes you should give your friend what you think is the better option, because that way they'll get fucked instead of you. No, I actually felt better too, because I was like, all right, well, at least I got stuck with the worst option. At least the person who like wanted the best option got stuck with the worst option. You know what I'm saying? It's karmic, if you believe in that sort of thing. Anyway, so cats. Okay. I feel like this whole podcast is me trying to tell one story and then I dive off into 90 tangents. So this cat, okay? So I wake up nauseous as shit and I go to the bathroom and I fucking sit down and I'm holding my stomach and I'm just crouched over and I'm just like trying to put my head between my legs because I don't know if that's for passing out or puking or what, but I just do it because what else am I going to do? And then I see the cat just looking at me. I think it was Gabrielle just looking at me like this in the cat bed, in the kitty bed. And I'm like trying not to pay attention to her. I mean, I took care of a cat for a couple months. I know they're prone to swat things, okay? So I'm kind of shielding up a little bit, trying to be like, don't swat me. And I'm just chilling. And then the cat, I guess, realizes I'm not going to attack it. It also probably realizes, because they're predators like that I'm in a weak state. It probably is looking at me like, dude, I can fucking pounce this loser. He's about to puke. He doesn't know what's going on. He's in a foreign state. He doesn't know what's happening. I could viciously kill this guy. So instead of doing that, she just comes over and she starts rubbing up against me, right? She starts like kind of jumping up a little bit and like trying to get my attention and purring and shit, right? Now, if I didn't have a cat for that few months, I would think, oh, this cat just likes me, dude. The Jakey boy has charm right now. Cats just like the Jakey. That's what I would think. I would think that I have some unconscious charm that's flowing into this cat right now. But because I took care of a cat for a few months, I knew that this little fucker just wanted something from me. Because that's what cats do, okay? They snuggle up on you because they're like, hey, I can get something from this motherfucker. They're a lot like kids. Kids will do the same thing. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, please. Fucking shut up, little kid, okay? Shut up, you fucking toddler piece of shit. Anyway, so this cat's rubbing on me, and even though I know it's because it wants something, I'm also partly like, oh, well, you know, maybe the cat does like me. Even knowing the motive, I'm like, yeah, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just likable. Fucking dumbass. Anyway, so, but at this point, I don't know that the cat's not supposed to leave the bathroom. I think maybe it's not supposed to leave the bathroom because it was pretty much fucking the door was like shut tight and the cat was just chilling, and the cat also looked at me like, hey dude, you're not supposed to be in here, I'm supposed to be in here. Anyway, so the cat starts lying by the door and I'm nauseous as shit. I don't know what's going on. I'm about to puke. I'm not really concerned with this cat. So I kind of recuperate. I feel a little bit better. I get up and the cat's like lying all fucking stupidly it's just like lounging by the door like, oh my god, can you let me out? So I think to myself, like, I don't know if this cat's allowed out. I should try to not let it out. But I open the door and immediately the cat just runs out. Okay? And I see that the doors open a little crack. Oh, and the gate's open. The gate's open, right? There's a gate, then there's a bathroom right here. There's a bathroom to the left of the gate, and then like directly across from the gate, there's the bedroom where the other cat is and the couple that I stayed with. And so the door to their room is open a slight crack. and the gate's totally open, right? So the cat runs out and it runs out towards like the kitchen at first, towards my bed, because my bed's facing the kitchen. So I'm like, oh shit, is this cat not supposed to be out? Right now I'm just thinking this cat's not supposed to be around people. So then I'm like, no, you gotta go back. So then I get the cat to go back and I'm trying to get it to go in the bathroom, but instead of going to the bathroom, it just runs in to the door cracked Patrick's room. Right? And at that point, I know the other cat's in there, but I don't know it's a problem where they fucking brutalize each other, because the only information I've been given so far is you're supposed to socialize them, and the first time they socialized, it went well. That's all the info I got. You know? So I close the gate and I go, I'm going to go back to sleep. So then I go back to sleep, and then in the morning, my friends, didn't say anything about it, but I say, hey, was the cat supposed to stay in the bathroom? And he goes, oh, yeah. And I go, oh, my bad. I accidentally let it come out. I don't know if you noticed. He goes, oh, yeah, no, she came out and immediately started fighting the other cat, and we had to break them up. And I was like, oh, my bad, man. He goes, oh, no, it's no worries. And then he kept telling that story to the other friends who came with me to Chicago. And I'm sure he was just telling the story because it's funny, because it is a funny story. But at the same time, every time he told it, I was like, dude, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to fucking do it. And he goes, no, dude, it's totally cool. I just think it's funny. And I'm like, yeah, but dude, I also feel like you're fucking trying to make me feel bad. He wasn't, but you know me, fucking dumb, anxious cunt. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Also, now in retrospect, thinking about it, why was his door open a crack? It's kind of his fucking fault, okay? If the door wasn't open a crack, the only option the cat would have was to go into the bathroom. So why the fuck was his door open a crack, okay? If his door was completely shut, there would have been no problem. So is it my fault still? Yes, but is it kind of his fault? Not really, but also, yeah, it is. Anyway, so now I'm like set in don't let the fucking cats meet mode, okay? So then the following night, I get nauseous again. I get fucking nauseous again, right? So I go to the bathroom. I go, there's no way the cat's getting out this time. I go into the bathroom. The cat's looking at me same way. Oh, Jake, what's up? I go, fuck you, little cat. I'm going to maybe puke, probably not. So then I sit there. I fart a little bit. I try to shit. I don't, but whatever. The fart made my stomach feel a little bit better. I get up. I wash my hands. Then I look at the cat. And I'm like, there's no way you're getting the fuck out of here, right? So then I get up, and the cat goes by the door, and I fucking just slink through. And I hold my hand at the cat. I fucking, stiff arm the cat. I fucking hold my hand out, don't make contact, but I hold my hand out like, no, bro, chill the fuck out, back the fuck up. And then I get out of the door, and I close it. No cat got out. No cat got out. Fuck that guy. Okay? So then this is what happens. No cat got out, right? So then I'm going to my bed, and my friend gets up, and he's going to use the bathroom. And I'm like, wait. Before you use the bathroom, just know that you can't let the cat out. And he was like, oh, what? I go, there's a cat in there. If you let it out, it'll go and fight the other cat, and that won't be good. Oh, no, this was the morning. Okay, so I got nauseous. That's what it was. I got nauseous. I went to the bathroom. The cat was in there. I didn't let the fucking cat out, right? So I closed the door. That all went successful. Then in the morning, I had to go to the bathroom again. But my friend had gone out, right? So there was no one there. So there was still potential of a cat fight, literally. So same setup. The gate was closed. His door was now pretty open, and the other cat was in the bathroom. So I open the bathroom, see the cat again. I'm like, fuck you, no way. Take a piss, wash my hands, get the fuck out. The cat stays in there. So now my friend is like trying to go to the bathroom too. And I go, you can't let the cat out because then they'll fight. And he goes, no problem, dude. So my friend opens the door, and what happens immediately? The cat runs out. The cat fucking runs out immediately. And my friend, like me the night before, felt terrible. And I was like, don't worry, dude. We're going to solve this problem. I mean, part of me was like, dude, come on. I just said the thing about the fucking cat. See, this is why none of this should be on us, dude. Lock both the cats up or I don't know. I don't know what to do. Listen, it's not their fault. And this isn't that big of a problem. But at the same time, I was like, this is a whole fucking thing I had to keep track of. Anyway, so the cat runs out, immediately goes into the room with the other cat, right? And the two cats are like circling each other. And I'm like, oh, fuck, they're going to fight. So then I go to get the one, Gabrielle, who goes in the bathroom, and she just runs under the bed, right? And then the other cat runs out of the room. So then I just take Patrick's door and I slam it shut. And then the other cat just has to chill with us now. So what the fuck? I got him separated, dude. I fucking controlled the situation, all right? I'm smarter than cats is what I'm telling you, okay, guys? Just know that I am smarter than two cats, okay? I outsmarted them, and they did not battle that day, okay? Fucking Jake v. Cats, 1-1, bro. Anyway, so that was Chicago. No, that wasn't all of Chicago. Yeah, so that was a fun part of Chicago, keeping track of these cats. It's funny, too, because my ex, whose cat I took care of, she lives in Chicago. Coincidence? I think not, dude. I think my friend owns two cats because my ex, who lives in Chicago, who used to have a cat that I took care of, that's the reason they have cats, okay? Because everything happens around me because I live in a simulation, okay? Dude, you guys... simulation, dude. Well, I want to talk about more Chicago. Maybe I'll talk... well, now that we're talking about simulation theory... Dude, I guess very briefly. Simulation theory. Guys, what are we doing, huh? It's just religion. Right? Simulation theory. It's just a smart person's way of figuring out God. I mean, it's the same thing when you think about it. It's somebody created this whole thing, and it's all these systems, and it's set up. And then if you die, you get taken out of the simulation and then into your real body or into another simulation or whatever. So it's really just it's creationism, but you put a scientific landscape around it. You know what I'm saying? You placed it in video game terms, but still it's the same thing as Christianity, kind of. Is it not? I guess there's no hell, but I guess based on whatever your living situation is in the world, in the real world, in fucking Zion, because apparently people think the Matrix is a thing. That's the thing too. It's just like, I don't know. Well, how do you guys feel about simulation theory? It's fine. I think it's fine to entertain. I think it's a fun thought experiment. It's a fun thing to think about. But people who are, I find it strange when like very devout atheists are simulation theorists, because it's like, yeah, but you denounced all this shit because you thought it was ridiculous, but because it's wrapped in a simulation bow tie, you're okay with it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just strange to me. Also, couldn't it be that listen, I'm not a fucking bright individual, all right? I'm not smarter than Elon Musk, but I'm just saying, maybe we're creating the first simulations. Like, why does it have to be because we start creating something that we then think like, oh, well, maybe we're just that thing we created? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we like, well, we might be a simulation because we just figured out how to make simulations, so why couldn't we be a simulation? I mean, I guess that's true, but also maybe we just figured out how to make simulations. Maybe eventually we'll make simulations so fucking perfect that we'll end up, that the people in that simulation will end up saying like, fucking thousands of years in the future of that simulation, like, oh, dude, maybe we're in a simulation. Maybe that's what we're in now. I guess that's the fucking logical Ferris wheel your brain goes down, okay? I guess that's the fucking loop that your brain goes down, because now I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, okay, I understand why people think of simulation theory, but at the same time, isn't it just a way to understand the permanence of our own life? Isn't it just a way to fucking extend life beyond flesh, you know? I don't know. All I'm saying is, if you believe in simulation theory, I think it's a religion. I think we should consider simulation theory a religion, especially if people start getting more serious about it. It's come on. We got Muslims, we got Christians, we got Jews, we got fucking simulationists. All right, that's what we got. All right. Chicago. Dude, Chicago was fun. I don't know. We saw a play. That was fun. Hung out with this guy who's okay. Dude, you know the guy or girl, the person in a friend group that just like, he sucks, dude. There's just parts of him where you're like, fuck, dude, I hate it. And then like, people start to say like, hey, dude, you're kind of an asshole. And then he like fights it at first, but then he accepts that he's an asshole. And then like you're hanging out and he is being nicer, but he still has that cuntiness inside of him. Like he still has that asshole that shoots out a little bit. And it doesn't become worse, but it kind of becomes even more just fucking viscerally irritating when the person gets called out and then like on the surface acts nicer, because then when they do their weird shit, it becomes harder to decipher or tell somebody next to you like, that's weird shit, right? I don't know. It was me, Patrick, a friend of mine, and this other guy. And we were talking about, one of my friends recently is single, right? So he's talking about dating apps. Okay? And he's talking about how he just got on dating apps. And the guy, who I don't really like that much, was like, oh, dude, you just got on the apps? Whoa, crazy. I can't believe you're already on the apps. And then my friend was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm just trying them a little bit. And in the middle of him talking about dating apps, the guy who I don't like that much just takes his phone out, opens, opens up the Hinge and drops his phone on the table. Literally like, peh. Like, how about that for you? And he doesn't say anything. I think he might have said, check it out. But he just goes, yeah. No, he didn't. He didn't say check it out. He just went, eh. He just did a guttural, eh. And we're all like, are we supposed to look at your phone? And then my friend, being the polite, beautiful man he is, picks up the phone and starts looking at the kid's profile. And it's like, oh, yeah, great profile. And then he shows it to my other friend who also looks at it and goes, great profile. And then the kid who I don't like is just nodding like, yeah, it's good, huh? Yeah, it's good. Read that part. Do you see the video? And then my friend was like, oh, yeah, I see the video. And then he starts reciting what he says in the video. He's like, yeah, I say, what's up, dudes? Like and subscribe. And you ask me on a date. And then my friend goes, oh, yeah, oh, that's funny. And he goes, yeah, the girls love it. A lot of girls love it. And he goes, oh, that must be great for you. He goes, yeah, it's just not the kind of girls that I want. It's just not the kind of girls that I want attention from. What a cunt. And I say to my friend, I go, what are we in the fucking business card scene from American Psycho? What are we doing right now? Am I going to fucking find a watermark on your profile? Like, what are we doing, dude? Are we supposed to take out our profiles and start comparing them? I don't understand the dynamic here, but it's uncomfortable, you weird fuck. Who does that, dude? Check out hey, since we're talking about dating apps, check out my dating profile and how sick it is. Dude, it wasn't even that. It was a fucking normal dating profile. Also, if people are going on dates with you, you're doing the trickiest business in the world because you suck. I don't know. Here, that was the first timer. I'll be right back. See you in the second half. What's up? And we're back. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I felt uncomfortable. And I was like, why are you showing us your profile? I don't understand what the point of this is. I don't. Also, at another point, he was like, yeah, dude, I dated an influencer. She's pretty big. I went on a couple dates with her. I don't care, dude. Then he said her name. I didn't know who it was, and he seemed a little peeved at it. And then I looked her up, and I was like, okay, what are we doing here? What is all this? I don't know, man. It was all just weird, unannounced validation shit. You know what I'm saying? Please tell me my profile is good. Please be impressed with me. It's like, I'm not impressed, man, and I'm just uncomfortable, and let's not do this. Then after the dating profile thing, right, we start talking about other things. And then just unannounced, not part of the conversation, he hadn't even spoken in a while. He goes, yeah, hooked up with 3 girls so far this year. To which I literally went, what? I went, oh, all right. And my friend laughed also because I laughed. I think he laughed at me laughing. And then he just looks at me and he goes, I think he was being facetious. Like, I think he was joking with me. But he goes, what about you, dude? What's going on with you, huh? You putting up those numbers? Which also, the guy who said hooked up with 3 girls so far this year, how does he not know what my friend is doing? My friend is clearly... Listen, I don't know if this is the best way to deal with it, but he clearly is being fucking... He's making fun of the guy, subliminally making fun of the guy right now. He's got to be. My friend doesn't talk like that. You putting up numbers like that? What are you doing, man? Hey, what are you doing? So he said that, and I go, no, dude, I haven't hooked up with anybody this year. No, absolutely not. I go on dates, and then the moment I get there, I go, why the fuck did I do this? I don't want to be here at all. To which my friend laughed, and the guy across from me was like, "Oh, really?" Also, this guy's not what you think. Listen, the modern jock, the modern let's fuck people is the fucking guy with the glasses and the weird haircut and the fucking sweater who's like, I love comedy. That's the dude who's just tearing through women. And that's the dude where everyone's like, oh, he's so... The dude who goes, I've said this before, but the dude who goes, I just want women to be heard. And then it's like, hey, Paul Thomas Anderson is the greatest director, and I don't really like female comics. That's the guy getting laid all the time. And I think it's sad and weird, and I would like to have that not be the case, but it's fucking... That is what it is, man. And that's the thing that really does bother me is that, like, I didn't see his profile, but I know he probably does go on a lot of dates. He's the kind of... That's the guy who goes on a lot. I don't know why that is the guy, but that's the guy. Maybe it's because they... I don't know. Maybe it's because the person's better at hiding their true self. I don't know. I think a lot of dating is like... I think you either... date a few people, but it goes really well. I think you either date people and it goes really well with a few people, or you date people and you lie about who you are. Well, you date people and you're true and you're honest about who you are, and it goes terribly with some people and amazing with others, or you just lie about who you are and you kind of like do what you think is the person's going to like, and then you date a lot and you probably hook up a lot, but you are also a fuck face. I don't know. There's a balance though, I guess. I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe there's a balance to being honest, you know? Maybe you're not supposed to be honest all the time. I don't know. I try and be honest as much as I can, but sometimes... Well, it's also not even honesty. It's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I just think, can I be less of a cunt? You know what I'm saying? I understand that I'm using that word a lot in this podcast today, but I'm using it specifically in places where it's necessary, I believe. Sometimes I'm just a cunt. And I'm like, why? What's going on? Why did you do that? I was at the bar the other night and because I had just had a business meeting. I just had a fun meeting with a friend of mine who shot Mario, actually. We're going to shoot more stuff. But, so I went to, a friend of mine works at a bar, so I went to that bar after so I could eat a quesadilla and see her. And I'm sitting at the end of the bar that's more social. I usually sit in the corner where no one has any reason to go over to it unless they're sitting down or unless they don't want to fucking talk to people. I was sitting at the other end where it's like, it's in between the bar and the booths. So like most people in the booths have to go fucking get a beer over there. And it's a high octane social point. A lot of people go to get a beer. They see a boy sitting at the end of the bar or a girl or whoever. And they're like, how's it going? Anyway, I'm talking to the bartender. We're having a good time. We're talking about dick pics or something. And this very cute girl, very cute, hippie-ish girl, like, what's up? That kind of person, very seemingly chill person, comes over and gets a beer. And then my friend who's the bartender stops talking to me and starts getting her a beer. And I'm just like reverting back to who I am, I guess, when I'm alone at a bar. And I'm just sitting there having my beer, and I could see that she's looking at me a little bit, so I look up, and she goes, hey. Or I don't even look up. I kind of just, like, am drinking my drink, and she looks, and I maybe half look at her, and she looks at me, and she goes, hey. And then I look at her and I go, hey. And then I continue drinking. And I immediately could tell, because she immediately just was like, what? And like looked straight forward. And I was like, oh, I just came off like a cunt. I just came off like such a dumb fucking idiot. Why did I say it like that? Why did I say, hey? I said it so like, why are you saying hi to me? And I didn't mean that. In my head, I was thinking, oh my God, that girl's so cute. I would love to talk to her. But then what came out of me was like, hey, fucking don't fucking talk to me, dude. The fucking Italian shot out of me and was like, nah, dude, shut the fuck up. But my heart was like, no, please, let's sit down with me. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a cunt. I am. Sometimes, dude. Oh, man. I don't know. Last night, I started talking to somebody on okay, Cupid. I know, guys. I know I'm always against the dating apps, but then sometimes you gotta just dive in. So I messaged somebody and we were talking and it was going well, and then I got her Instagram because she doesn't give out her number, which to me always makes me go, just give me your number. But at the same time, then I go, hey, Jake, if you were a woman, would you ever give your number out? And I go, probably not, because fucking we kill women. Probably not, because a lot of dudes like to be piles of garbage and just kill women. So then I go, oh, that makes more sense. And actually it does make me feel a little bit better. I go from going, just give me your number, to being like, oh, well, actually, you're smart. Because you don't know me at all. So let's exchange Instagrams. But here's the thing about dude, this is the whole thing. And this is going to go into what I'm about to say. But like, my Instagram is personal. You know what I'm saying? I know my Instagram's public, but at the same time, it's like you're going to learn a lot about me immediately. So I guess that's why you want the Instagram. But at the same time, like if you go far enough back, I have 400 posts. I have a lot of terrible pictures of me 6 years ago where you might see it and go, what the fuck is going on with this ugly fuck? I don't want to go on a date with a kid who just took a picture of his leg in the air. What is happening? Anyway, but it's, it feels like someone finding out a lot about you before you even meet him. Does that make sense? Anyway, and then there's that weird thing where if it goes poorly, the person keeps following you and you keep following them because you don't want to be the first person to unfollow that other person. It's so fucking dumb, but people are both weak, weird cowards, so we just continue following each other, even though we're like, well, what are we doing? Because we're never going to hang out again, so why are we doing this? Anyway, so then you just have dead followers. It's weird. Anyway, I mean, I'm just providing reasons why I like the phone number. But again, men kill women. So give me your Instagram. I think that makes more sense. Anyway, so I was talking to this person. It was going very well. And then we were going to be very spontaneous. There was this running bit of like going to her basement. And I didn't realize she meant that because she like did her basement into like, it looks like a fucking club. It looks dope. Like it looks like it looks like Mr. Purple. Like it looks like a fucking, it's got like purple lighting and like all these art installations. It looks like a goddamn Brooklyn club joint. I don't even know what to say. It looks like a fucking hipstery art deco fucking dive bar. It's dope. Anyway, so we're talking, and then she sent me a picture that was like, oh, just come to my basement already. So I said, oh, well, invite me, you fucking dummy. So then she says, all right, come over. And then I said, how's tomorrow night? She says, yeah, sounds good. And then she set up plans. And then she's like, can we video chat first so I can, She set it up at first of like, can we video chat so I can make sure that you're not annoyed by my drunk voice? And then I, being the fucking neurotic cunt that I am, was just like, yeah, I don't really want a video chat, but you could send me a video if you're really worried about it. And then she was like, oh, no, it's all good. And I was like, I mean, if you're worried about it, she goes, no, well, I just wanted to video chat. And I said it like that so that the pressure wouldn't be on you to do it. It'd be on me. But But it's all good. And then it got weird. And then I was like, well, what the fuck? And then it was almost like we weren't going to hang out because I didn't video chat. And it was one of those things where I was like, I don't want to video chat, dude. It's Friday night. I'm being lazy as fuck. I'm just lounging at home playing video games, dude. I'm in my sweatpants. I don't want to talk to a stranger on video. Dude, video chat is the most unappealing look for a human being in existence. It really is. It's your most disgusting look. There's not a single angle on the camera that's gonna flatter you, okay? So someone's being introduced to the worst possible option of your face. That's first off. Second of all, what the fuck? Second of all, what are we going to talk about? I don't, like, it's just so, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have a deep conversation with you on video chat. It's just going to be like us laughing a little bit and looking at each other. Also, if it goes poorly, it's going to go so severely poorly. Also, I just don't, it's too intimate. Am I wrong on this? Also, what are you going to check your chemistry on a video chat? Is that what we've gotten to as a society? Oh, I didn't really vibe with him on a video chat, so I don't really think we're going to work out. What? How the fuck are you going to vibe on a video chat, dude? Dude, I don't know if I vibe with anybody till I meet them face to face. And even then, I still don't know until we kiss. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be doing great with somebody, and then you kiss and you go, oh, we have no fucking sexual chemistry. Let's fucking end this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's also like you're inviting someone into your room. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hide. I had to make the fucking frame very tight because I don't want people to see. I got old fucking Italian posters up for when I made the real Super Mario. Like, you can't see this room and not think this kid's a weirdo. So I had to, like, keep it, you know. If I'm doing a video chat, I have to keep it like just me on the pillow. And if it's me on the pillow, I'm lying back and the chins are joining. Like if I didn't have a beard, I would just be chinny chin chin. You know what I'm saying? I'd be fucking, what's that saying? Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Dude, I'd be fucking thick as shit. Anyway, I don't know. I just feel like it's like the Instagram. It's very intimate. I'm pulling you in. Also, somebody says, hey, can I video chat with you to make sure... Like, to find out what? My whole Instagram is clips of me doing this. My whole Instagram is clips of me yelling like a psychopath on this podcast. If you don't like this, then you're not going to like me. You know what I'm saying? This is, like, very much how I am in life. I'm either a little bit quieter or a little bit louder depending on the situation. But, like, this is what you're going to get if you go on a date with me. Some fucking dummy who says a bunch of weird shit. That's what you're going to get. Watch a podcast clip. But also don't, because I don't want you listening to my podcast, because then that's weird, because then you listen to that, and you're like, oh, I know all about your family. I listened to your podcast. I'm like, well, that was information I would have liked to tell you myself. Anyway, so I did the video chat. I ended up doing the video chat because it got to the point where it was just like, it got to the point where it got weird, and then we weren't going to hang out, and then it was just like, all right, I was like, I don't care. Fine, I'll do the video chat. And then she called me up, and I started getting the video chats, and I answered it, and it went fine. It really went fine. There was no reason for me to be all stupid about it. It went fine. I saw her face. I was like, oh, shit, she's really fucking cute, huh? And then it just became, what I said of, like, it became a good, like, it was actually good to do because we didn't talk much. We kind of just made faces and, like, made very stupid jokes. And like teased each other, and I was like, oh wow, this is pretty much just we're just like heavy flirting. And it did because she was right, dude. We did find out that we have some. I don't know if the chemistry is gonna hold up in person, but we did find out that at the very least we didn't mind being silent, and we thought both each other we both thought like, oh, we're cute. You know, I kept just staring at her, being like, "Oh fuck, she's really cute." And then she was doing the same thing to me, and I was like, "All right, fine, this fucking worked. God damn it." But that was when I was like, "Jake, why are you such a cunt? You were so resistant on this fucking thing, and meanwhile you did it, and it probably saved you some headache and nervousness. Because now I'm gonna see her tonight, and I'm excited because I know, like, oh, when on the video chat it was great." But who knows, dude? Next week I might be talking about how video chats are all a lie because it created false expectation that did not happen. I don't know. She's cute though. I'm excited to see her. Anyway. Try new things, I guess is what I'm saying. Even if you're very apprehensive towards it, just don't be a cunt. Just fucking overwhelm your cuntiness and just do a video chat. Fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? You get flashed, and then you go, "What the fuck?" and you report them. When you open a video chat, be ready. Be like, I might see something awful. If you prepare yourself for seeing something gross, then go into the video chat. If you're like, "Listen, I'm not even gonna take the chance," don't do it. Don't ever do what you don't want to do. But at the same time, I don't know. I really didn't want a video chat, and I did it anyway, and it fucking worked out. What a cutie. Dude, I just turn into that, man. When I think somebody's cute, I really just turn into, like, the dumbass who's just like, "Dude, you're fucking cute." I can't stop saying it. Or thinking it. Just like a dumb fucking gooey idiot. A gooey goop nerd, as Tyler the Creator would say. Fucking gooey goop dum-dum. Anyway, what else we got, guys? Jerry, dude. I met Jerry this weekend. Dude, in Chicago, I got an Uber driver, right, who was driving a pickup truck. That's a first for me, man. He was in a pickup truck. He picked up 3 of us, right? He was like this southern-looking dude with a beard, long hair, had a backwards hat on, had a fucking thick gut, had a couple American flags, like little American flags hanging from the ceiling of his car. He had rosary beads around the mirror. He fucking was decked out with, "Where's this going to take a turn?" He was all set up for, when is this guy going to say something weird and racist and fucked up? What's going on? But he didn't. He just kept talking to us about, like, "Hey, you guys, where you guys from?" I was like, "Oh, we're from New York." And I was telling him about us. I was like, "Yeah, we got a friend who does, we all do comedy. One of my friends did a couple shows." And the guy goes, "Oh, where'd you perform at? Zany's?" My friend was like, "Nah, the Crowd Theater." And you could tell he was just like, "I don't know what the fuck that is." He kept doing this thing where, like, instead of telling us, like, "I don't know what you're talking about," he would just go silent. Like, my friend was like, "Oh, I performed at the Crowd Theater." And the guy was like, "Anyway, what kind of spots did you guys hit up?" Like, he was a nice dude, but at the same time, he was kind of irritating me because every time I tried to fucking be a good person and answer him or, like, add to the conversation, he just ignored me completely. He starts going, "You guys have any pizza yet? You guys have any of that pan pizza yet?" And I go, "Oh, yeah, we had some deep dish. Yeah, we like deep dish." And then he just goes, "Yeah, we don't really eat that here. We eat New York style." Basically like, "You fucking tourist fucks, you ate that deep dish? We eat New York style here." I go, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah, dude, no one eats pan fish. That's really more of a tourist thing. Everyone eats New York style. I've never met people who eat New York style. We got Giago's, dude. That's a good place. That's where I get New York style. Yeah, I lived in Chicago my whole life, dude." So then again, I tried to add to it. I remember my friend Patrick earlier was like, "Hey, the thing about the New York pizza is that the sauce is too sweet. So even when you're getting New York style, it's not quite New York style." So I say to the guy, "Hey, I heard that the sauce is a little sweeter than in New York." And then he just looks at me and goes, Yeah, anyways, can you settle something for me? A friend of mine says that Starbucks ain't a thing in New York. And I was like, oh, cool, dude. Just ignore everything I just fucking said, dude. I just tried to connect with you on a pizza level, and you just straight up ignored me. All right, dude, let's talk about Starbucks. What did your friend say? Yeah, she said that Starbucks ain't a thing in New York. She said it's some everyone drinks coffee, but some kind of other kind of coffee, you know? Is that true? I told her I think that's weird. I think Starbucks is probably a thing. And I go, yeah, I mean, people drink Starbucks in New York. Goes, yeah, she says Starbucks ain't a thing. It's like coffee bean or something like that, a cafe bean. I go, well, there's coffee beans too, but people go to Starbucks. Goes, yeah, I don't know. She said it ain't a thing. I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was weird. And I go, no, yeah, I think that it's just the type of thing where like a lot of people don't like chains in New York, so they kind of try and stick to like more gourmet or more, local independent coffee shops. Like Brooklyn's a lot of indie coffee joints, and people feel like they have their own unique spot. And he goes, yeah, we just opened. People are excited about the new Starbucks here. They just opened a 4-story Starbucks. And I'm like, dude, can you just connect with me for a second? What the fuck are you doing? And then I go, wow, 4 stories, that's a lot. It seems excessive. And he goes, it might be 3 stories. I don't know. Like 3 stories is going to make me not think that. He said 3 stories like I was going to be like, oh, you know what? 3 stories is perfect, actually. 4 would be excessive. But 3, listen, man, you need a lot of room for fucking coffee. You need a lot of room for fucking people who won't give you change for an $100 bill. You need a lot of room for fucking lukewarm water, dude. Are these references to past episodes where I shit all over Starbucks? Absolutely, dude. Fuck Starbucks. Listen, Starbucks is not a thing with me, so maybe his friend was referring to fucking one individual, and that's me, dude. Maybe I know her. Maybe I was telling her, hey, Starbucks fucking sucks, and she went back to Chicago and was like, hey, Jerry, I heard Starbucks ain't a thing in New York. Oh, really? Who said that? Maybe I'll drive him one day. He asked us what we do for a living. Oh my God. And I don't want to talk about that. So I told him, and then I look back, and then he waits for each of us to answer. And then when we all answer, he goes, yeah, downtown's a pretty good area. There's a lot of food down there. You can get burgers at kind of Lulu's. You can get fucking seafood at Bangashimo's. I was like, why ask us about what we do for work if you're just fucking gonna barrel through and talk about cheeseburgers? I was like, do you know any bars? He goes, I'm not really a drinker. And I was like, you're not? You seem like you're definitely a drinker, dude. I mean, not to be rude, but that gut says you're a drinker, okay? That gut says you eat a lot of burgers and you drink a lot. And listen, I'm not shitting on you. Seems like a fun lifestyle to me, but what? I don't know. I didn't see a chip in there. I feel like he's the type of dude who would also have the chip, the sobriety chip on his dashboard if he fucking is sober. So I don't know. Maybe he didn't hit a year yet or whatever you get for the sobriety chip. I don't know. He was a nice guy. But then, yeah, he kept talking about like, yeah, there's Chinese food at this place. Yeah, we got our own Chinatown. And every time he brought up like a different culture's food, I was like, dude, this is where it's going to happen. He's like, yeah, down that street's all Indian places, all Indian joints. You guys like Indian food? And we're like, yeah, is this where you're going to say something fucked up? And then we would wait like on bated breath, like, all right, here we go. And he'd be like, yeah, anyway, the Indian food's really good anyway. Over here we got a whole Asian town. It's like Asian fusion food. Like this dude, by all accounts, looked like he was about to drop slurs any moment, and instead he was like very well knowledgeable about all of the different kinds of ethnic food in the fucking area. He actually was like very, well versed in the food. He was pretty cultured actually for a guy with fucking American flags all over his car. And that just goes to show you, dude, don't judge a book by its cover, because Jerry was a fucking woke, progressive, awesome guy. And even though he was a little bit of a dick and kept asking us questions that he didn't address, I had fun talking about I had fun talking with him about if Starbucks is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Also, it was fun to get picked up in an Uber that was a pickup truck. Anyway, I got the last 30 seconds here. This was a fun one, dude. This was a fun podcast. I guess I'll just stop here. I talked about some people today. Hope they don't hear this podcast, dude. They probably don't. I doubt that guy listens to this podcast. Anyway, Patrick, thank you for letting me stay in Chicago. Thank you guys for listening. Patrick, thank you. I'll say it again because I don't know if that fucking... I really got to figure out a different system than that alarm because it's fucking irritating. And I hope you guys aren't hearing it, but you probably are. So I apologize for that goddamn abrupt alarm. Anyway, thanks, Pat, for letting me stay in Chicago. Can't wait to visit you again. Had a great time. Looking forward to my date tonight. Yeah, life is fun. Life is good. I love all you guys. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit.